So I've finished all of Korean educational system, and last year I came here and I studied foundation year, and now I'm studying psychology, a bachelor degree of psychology at Royal Holloway University.
I kind of went back and forth between the Philippines and the UK, so I guess it's kind of like a 50-50 split. I went to both, here I went to public schools, and obviously here at university. In the Philippines I've experienced both the public and private schools, and so those have their own differences.
I educated in China until high school. I did my A-level in here, UK, also a foundation year and plus uni.
So I was born in Nigeria, in Port Harcourt, it's called in Nigeria, and I went to, what would you call it? Well, nursery and primary in Nigeria, and I did boarding school of secondary school in Nigeria, and I skipped a few grades because that's what happens.
So I have been brought up within the British educational system. I went to a Church of England primary school and a Catholic high school and sixth form.
It's really competitive, and Korean high school students mostly spend more than 12 hours every day in their school. So they have to stay there for a whole day every week, and that continues for 3 years.
I think there's more, like the private and public education system is more prominent back in the Philippines, but I think that might be due to the nationwide difference between the classes between the two different countries. And obviously, not to be cliche, but the whole the people's work ethic seems to be a bit more back in the Philippines. It's kind of, you go to school till 4 p.m. from like an 8 a.m. start, and then you come home and you do tutorials and so on and so forth. But I think both countries are quite good in balancing the arts and the STEM subjects and stuff like that, because the Philippines is quite a cultural, arts-heavy, interested country.
China's education is a bit harsh and it's very close. We have to be at school at 6:30 in the morning, and we leave school at 10:30 in the night. So we basically stay whole day after school, and full time class. It's only 10 minutes break between every lesson. But here is freer, and the way teaching is freer to compared to China.
Probably the fact that in Nigeria people were more hardworking. But there are hard workers here, and vice versa, probably more in England people, and when I came to London, that there was just more resources available. So you could have a dream to do anything here, but in Nigeria it was kind of lawyer, doctor, or engineer.
I think there's less competitive and less stress on the British education. I know that other places they have longer hours in the day, but there's still a lot of stress with everything changing, all the curriculums changing, but it's less of a demand than in other countries.
Actually, I really hate South Korean educational system, so I cannot say anything that I prefer from South Korean educational system.
Honestly, I feel like the Philippine education system could learn with quite a lot of the English ones in terms of decreasing the stress that they put upon students. But I do like how they have a lot of events. Like monthly, there'll be an event which involves the whole school. So there'll be high school, elementary, and then there'll be events for county-wide events and stuff like that. I think those are more celebrated. There's just more celebrations in general with the whole fiesta aspect of things.
I think I prefer English one. Because in China, we have lots of people, and education here is just for getting a high pay job and to make you get involved with the society, and you just get married and buy a house and just normal life. But here is more, the way they're teaching you is they don't limit you, they do sometimes, but most time they just do whatever you want. That's why I'm studying art.
Definitely, Definitely. I mean, when I first came here, because of the way I'd been trained and I'd grown up, it forced me to work hard at GCSEs. It forced me to really study hard. And when I came, I remember my teachers being like, "Oh my gosh, like, what's different? Like, why are you like this and compared to the other students and this and that, so on and so forth."
I'm very creative, so I loved the creative side and developing on that. I think throughout my time in both primary school and high school, they had a lot of kind of stress on the creative subjects. They didn't just put it to the side, and even when I went to choose my university option, they kind of pushed it to the front. Instead of saying you should go for the STEM subjects, you should go for the more facilitating academic subjects.
I'm quite competitive, and that is mainly because of reflection from South Korean education system. And well, I can stay in the library longer than normal students. I'll say that is everything.
Yeah, I think it's helped me have an understanding of different people and their different cultural backgrounds, because having been to an international school before in the Philippines has really helped me understand that different people come from different places and have different experiences and learn generally different things, because obviously you have different histories and stuff like that.
Yeah, when I was in China, I was very close. I was a very close person. I was very like depressed, and because I have to get up very early and we are not allowed to bring our phone and any like comic books and any entertainment at school. All we have to do is studying and even no talking with other people. And here is like, do everything you want. Yeah, and me right now is more like be myself and just create any subject that I want based on my personality.
Over time, I relaxed. I calmed very much down. But when I came, I was definitely just like thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm not even here to make friends. I'm just here to get my grades in year 7, by the way." And so I was asking, what do we need to learn for the final GCSE exams, things like that. And so I feel like that attitude and that culture that I was raised up in definitely has like thrived through and moved through my life and made me the person I am today.
Because I was, my high school was a Catholic high school, we did have a lot more structure to it, whereas I know that some more public schools didn't have that kind of as much respect for teachers, whereas I had like nuns at my school, so there was a lot more pressure on making sure that you were respectful to everyone that was older than you.